guys, it's me, Bren, and in today's video I'm doing a quick little update featuring those lilacs in a box that I purchased and did a video about them, review about them. I think it was two springs ago, and I have one planted in a container, which I will show how that's doing in this video, so keep watching. And I'm also going to do a quick little video to show you the one that I planted right in the ground. And at the end of the video, I hope to give you some tips and ideas now that I've had this lilac in a box for 2 years. So here we go. Here's my lilac in a box review. Doing really well in this container. I actually have a couple weeds growing in there with it. It's almost thick enough it might actually push a bloom this year, but I could definitely put this out in the landscape somewhere. Of course, I still want to baby it because it could get stepped on or mowed. Just be careful where you end up planting it, but this is a safer size. It's actually starting to branch out after letting it grow in this recycled container here, and very exciting. Now the other one I have in the landscape, and it's doing pretty well. I'll go take a video of that just to show you how that turned out. I think this is from 2 years ago. 2 years, I think it's been 2 years. I'll have to check. But it just sits back here with some other trees that I'm babying. So there you go. All right, so right over here, let's get a closer look at that lilac. Here is one of them. So I put it in the ground under one that I already had growing, different variety, just to protect it and shelter it. It's doing pretty good. It isn't quite as big as the one that I have in the container, but it's doing pretty good. However, I want to note that the lilac that I originally had here has new growth coming up, and I can tell it's a different, not to confuse the two, because this actually has a different color base. The main stem is a different color than the lilac in the box one. But as you can tell, the heirloom one is doing really great, coming up from that root base of the original plant, and this one's doing good. I don't know, I might end up moving it. It was just an experiment, so just to give you some ideas on planting. It's protected here for the most part, so critters can't get in it, and so on. But that's about all I can say about that, really. The older one already bloomed. It was gorgeous this year, and now I'll probably get in here and prune from this original, I call it an heirloom lilac. It's a pretty old lilac bush. It came from my sister-in-law's house that's been moved a couple of times, actually. This one has been. I actually moved it, well, my brother-in-law helped me move it years ago at our first home, and it was nice to have the beautiful blooms on it. It was just a neat thing to be able to add to our family and our new landscape. And I always like lilac, so this was really fun, and it did really well in our home in town in really poor soil. And then I brought it out here to the country about 18 years ago, after it was in our original home for about 12 years. Oh, I take that back, 10 years. I had it there about 10 years. And then out here though, in the, I call this a better soil, actually. It's just richer out here along the river and whatnot. And it doesn't bloom as much. This year was a really good year. It actually was full of blooms, and I do need to get in here and prune it back. We'll go over here, over here in the shade now by the beautiful smoke tree or cloud tree, whatever you call it. Anyhow, I guess the moral of the story here, or my recommendations, would be don't be afraid to shop around and check out all the new varieties that's available to homeowners today. The lilac in the box, seriously, was not a very good deal, and there wasn't really anything so amazing about it. that would make me want to pay the same price I could pay for one of these lilacs, like Miss Kim lilac you can find. And I've even seen the boomerang lilac, which I love because that blooms again and again throughout the season, the warm season here in Ohio at least. If you're in a cooler zone, they do great, and they will bloom 3 times, at least 3 times throughout the spring, summer, and then even early autumn. But anyhow, I don't want to discourage you from buying a lilac. Get a lilac, try it out, and I hope you I hope you got a giggle, or at least got thinking about growing a lilac by checking out the video about the lilac in a box, because it really is fun, and it's fun to experiment with different plants, and especially lilacs, because they're my favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and sign out for today. Thanks for checking out my video here on YouTube, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel. You can hit the little subscribe button. I think it's down one of these corners here. And of course, you can find all this and more about me on my website at brenhaas.com. I hope to see you there.